First question. Something went wrong. Please try again.
Ahoy there, I'm Lanky, I'm from hashtag Team Rigger, and I'm bringing you the first ever installment of Encore! From Wootton Market to a humble abode of Newcastle-on-the-Lyme / Stoke-on-Trent, everything is crap. Everyone's in quarantine, so we're here to bring you some entertainment to hopefully help you forget about how awful that is. So we've got some questions for some bands from the Midlands, some hard rocking buddies of ours. First in the hot seat is Jesse's Divide. Hope you're doing well, guys. Hope you're remembering to stay in your swamp.
Hey, you cool cats and kittens. We are 2/3 of Jesse's Divide.
Unfortunately, Sai has succumbed to the effects of the novel coronavirus, so we're all that's left for the time being.
Rob, you'll help me join in with what we think Sai would say in this situation as well, right?
I'll try, yes.
Okay. I expect to say the word tits a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, the first question of this installment is from user Beth E. Conception. The question is, what is your favourite part of the process of being in a band? Writing, recording, or performing? Please let us know.
Yeah.
You go first, buddy.
So I'd say that my favourite part of the whole process is probably playing live. I love having a good party. I love getting up on stage and just giving people a good time. And I love having a good time. So yeah, but I do really like recording as well.
Have a good time all the time. Is that what you're saying?
That is my that too.
For me, it's got to be playing live, but with writing as a very close second. And I think Sai is exactly the same as that.
Yeah,
that's Sai's opinion as well. But to phrase it like Sai would say, tits.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's like Sai's here.
The second question of the day is from Letitia Turner. Which is your favourite track to perform and why?
I think I know mine.
What's yours, Nick?
Mine's Protector.
I'd go with Protector as well, you know.
It's just heavy as balls, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I do really enjoy Protector, or the new one, 13 Steps.
Ah, yeah, 13 Steps is mega.
Yeah. And do you know what, Space Wolf, mainly because it's got a proper groove to it. That's quite fun.
The only problem I ever have with Space Wolf is if you've had some tequila and you play it too fast. I have issues. I have issues with it then.
That is. It's always a strong possibility. So, yeah, fair point. Well made.
What do you think Sai says?
Collider
and Protector.
I think Sai's is Collider at the moment. He loves that track, which is a good call. It's a great track, to be fair. So I think that Sai's is Collider and Tits.
Yes.
Now, this next question comes from user Tim Buxton, and I feel this is a inside joke because I don't get this one either. Is there a trick to calming down Simon Ward in order for him to be productive? If so, what's the trick? Please let us know.
First of all, I don't think it's an inside joke. It's just a genuine question. It's kind of like me asking Joe Exotic, how do you calm down a tiger? Like, that's our job. We are Sai Wranglers.
Do you think that we'd be able to use tranquilizer darts on him?
Ooh.
No, they wouldn't be vegan, would they?
Just sedate him. Sai feeds off energy. So he massively feeds off crowd energy. So if the crowd's exciting, if the crowd's giving a lot of energy, Sai's going to give a lot of energy. He feeds off that massively. So what I'm saying is, you've even got yourselves to blame. And Sai's answer, tits.
Yeah.
This next question's a twofer. It comes from Sarah Cook, and she wants to know, where did you all meet, and if you could each have a superpower, what would it be? She gets two questions because there aren't any rules against it.
Nick?
Okay,
wow.
Right. So
this is funny because I met you before you met me.
This is true, yeah, absolutely. Si and I met in the last millennium, and we formed a band back then, and we've basically been in each other's pockets playing music together for 22 years now. In a band scenario, we met Rob when he started playing drums in a band called The Honor Roll. So we saw them, and we decided to poach Rob once our original drummer left in the previous band. Now, that's my first memory of Rob.
Uh-huh. I actually worked opposite Nick for about 4 months in Royal Mail. Literally sat across the desk from him. No memory. No, none at all. No memory whatsoever.
No, gone. No. And also, I didn't enjoy that job one bit, so I did my very best to ignore my time while I was there.
So yeah, that's how that about sums it up. I think the first time we met properly socially would have been when I came to a Shatner. So in your old band, in the old band, we used to host an event that was just like a private party, really. And before I joined the band, I went along to these as a fan of the band, just to get drunk, because it was a good time. And I think that's the first time we met socially.
Good little shindig, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Superpowers.
Superpowers. For me, I'm going to say Nightcrawler style teleportation. Bamf. Go wherever you want. Perfect.
Very cool. I like it. I'm going to say Wolverine-esque invulnerability. I like that one. Although, having watched Captain America recently, I didn't kind of twig that might stop me getting drunk. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, I'm going to go for that one anyway, sod it. Yeah. I think Si's answer would be tits. I don't know what about tits. Something to do with tits.
He'd be a shapeshifter so he could grow his own.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Si, let us know if we're wrong.
And this next question is a very good one. It's from Ian Francis, and he wants to know, where do you get your trousers? Good question. Where do you get your trousers?
And my answer, the same as anyone's, is the bin. But I'm pretty confident this is directed at Si and his stage wear. I happen to know where Si gets his trousers for stage, which is when Amy doesn't want her old work trousers, he steals them.
I personally don't believe that I'm ready for his jelly, but...
Oh no, no one's ready for his jelly.
Who is?
Where does anyone get the trousers? From trousers?
eBay. There's one Chinese seller that sells jeans that fit me properly, so I just get a lot of them every 6 months or so.
It's not the Big and Tall shop, it's the Nick and Tall shop.
This next question comes from Adam Rogers, and he wants to know, how many years does it take to acquire the vocal power that Simon Wood possesses? Very solid question.
This is a question again, specifically for Si. How many years does it take to develop the vocal powers that Si has? How old Si?
Si is 30.
It takes 30 years to develop the vocal power that Si has, or there's alternatively 12 T. Tits.
Now, while I don't want to start every single question with this next question comes from a very well-standing guy, Russ Gwynn, and his question is, Genie pops out of a bottle and grants you 3 wishes. In the name of band solidarity, you choose to make 1 wish each, but it has to be for the benefit of one of your fellow band members. What would you wish to make the person next to you happy? That's very wholesome.
Thing. And I remember Si said that he would get me an unlimited travel pass so I can get any plane in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I would adore.
Yeah. What would you wish me?
What would I get you? Now, I have toyed with the idea of getting you an infinite supply of caddies. So you can work on them, get your hands all mucky, and if you fuck it up, you get another one free. I think you'd like that.
Would like that. Right, okay. I think that I would wish for Si to get a all expenses paid weekend away with Rick Mail back from the beyond, just for a weekend, just for Si. I think he'd enjoy that. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think you've won this round, Rob. That's a class one.
In Marlborough.
Not Weston-super-Mare.
Maybe they could go there if they wanted. I'll give him a choice.
That's very good of you, Rob. It's very good of you.
Here's a good one. This one comes from me. I want to know, what's your best joke? If you can make it topical about quarantine or something, bonus points.
It's not a laughing matter. Stay at home. I'm joking. Do stay at home though.
Okay. How about an observation then instead?
Okay.
Because with all the stockpiling and all that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
So if you're the kind of person that needs 200 rolls of toilet roll, you should have gone to a doctor long before this quarantine even started. My favourite thing that I've seen online about this is the Coronavirus Where's Wally edition. You seen this?
Found him. There he is.
How good's that?
At least he's doing his bit.
Yeah.
The other day I bought a belt made out of wristwatches. What a waste of time.
And this final question is a fun little easy one, subjectively, so based on what you think, what's the worst thing you've ever done? Like, ever?
Worst thing you ever did, Nick?
You know this story, Rob. It's when I punched an old lady to the floor. Many years ago when I was still in college, in Hanley, just up the road from where McDonald's is, there used to be a little bookstore. It was like little pokey, little tiny aisles. So I went in there, found a book that I wanted. I think it was probably a Robert Rankin or a Terry Pratchett. And I turned around quickly to show my accomplice the book that I'd found. I was very happy with. Unfortunately, there was a little old lady right behind me. So as I turned around, my flailing arm, basically slapped her across the face, knocked her to the ground, which was mortifying, but not quite as scary as when I, apologetically leaned over to pick her back up, because what was I in the 90s, Rob?
You were massive goth.
Massive goth. I saw The Crow and decided, that'll do. That's me, that. Leaned over to pick her up, and this little old lady lying on the floor sees this black leather-clad figure hunched over her. I'm pretty sure she thought the Grim Reaper had finally come for her.
Must have scared absolute shit out of it.
So felt pretty bad about that. Put down my book, bought it from W.H. Smith's instead.
Yeah, fair enough. During our time in Atlanta, I got ludicrously drunk on tequila. I mean, in fairness, it was partially your guys' fault for refusing the shots that I bought you and making me do them all myself.
Yeah, making you.
Yeah, you forced me. And then all I remember is about roughly 12 hours later waking up and a full 24 hours later still feeling bad. I didn't feel right until we did a gig at midnight the following night. So that was probably the worst thing I've ever done from a rational decision-making standpoint. Okay, so thanks for having us on this episode of Encore. Yeah, you remember it. And as I say, it's a shame that Si couldn't join us today, so he's at home, as are we all, but he's recovering from the effects of the Rona.
and we wish him well, and he'll be back to fighting strength soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Don't forget to tune in for the next Encore. There'll be an ongoing series to keep you going while you're staying at home. Stay at home, wash your hands, stay hydrated. Crack on.
And remember, when all this is over, support your local venues, support your local bands.
See you at the rigger.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching, guys and gals and fish people. That has been the Lockdown Lowdown with #Team Rigger. Oh yeah, stay tuned for the next exciting installment of #Riggers Encore. Fuck.
Winner.